Elderly care is often seen as a personal duty, something families handle behind closed doors, something private, something separate. But the truth is far deeper. Elderly care is not a burden for a few. It is a responsibility for all of us, because the well-being of older adults reflects the character of our entire society. Every day, each of us is aging. We don't notice it in the rush of life, but time is quietly moving us forward. One day, if we are lucky enough to grow old, we will sit where our elders sit now, needing patience, understanding, and human closeness. The way we care for older adults today is the future we are building for ourselves. When we neglect them, we are neglecting our own tomorrow. Older adults are not simply people who have lived a long time. They are the reason we stand where we stand. Everything we rely on, our freedoms, our roads, our education, our technology, exists because previous generations worked, sacrificed, and pushed through hardships that many of us will never have to face. Caring for them is not an act of charity. It is an act of gratitude. It is honoring the hands that built the world we inherited. Yet despite their lifetime of contributions, too many older adults face their final years in isolation. Loneliness in old age has become a silent epidemic. Many elderly people go days without a conversation, weeks without a visit, and months without feeling truly seen. Some sit alone in quiet homes. Others navigate medical challenges with no one to advocate for them. This is not merely a family issue, it is a public one. Neglect anywhere within a society reflects a problem everywhere in that society. Families who do choose to care for aging parents or relatives are often overwhelmed. They balance work, children, financial stress, and emotional exhaustion. They need support, not judgment. Accessible healthcare, caregiver assistance, community programs, and supportive workplace policies can make the difference between a family that thrives and one that breaks under pressure. When elderly care becomes a shared responsibility, the entire community becomes stronger and more humane. A truly healthy society is not measured by the wealth of the young, but by the dignity afforded to the old. When elders feel included, respected, and safe, our communities become places of compassion rather than indifference. Connection grows, understanding grows, and kindness spreads like a ripple, touching generations in both directions. Elderly care is everyone's responsibility because it challenges us to be better human beings. It reminds us that life is not only about ambition, youth, or progress, it is also about loyalty, memory, and honoring the people who paved the way. It pushes us to build communities where nobody is left behind simply because they have grown older. We all have a role to play. A phone call, a visit, a warm conversation with a neighbor, advocacy for better care systems, empathy toward caregivers, respect toward those who came before us. These small acts, multiplied by millions, create a world where aging is not something to fear, but something to embrace with dignity, connection, and love. That's why elderly care is everyone's responsibility, because it is the truest test of who we are and the strongest promise of who we hope to become.